Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/jumbled. You'll get over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
What up? It's your boy, Zach. Welcome back to another episode of Jumbled, your favorite podcast about nothing. I'm Zach.
I'm Joe.
What's up, Joe?
I thought we were going into like a hip hop.
Yeah, well, I was going
to
do...
You're a hip hop DJ or something.
Yeah, I was...
Yo.
I'm trying... I got a side hustle going on, so I'm trying to,
practice that up?
Yeah, trying to work on my DJ skills.
DJ Zach.
Yeah, that's like after like DJ Khaled's like, we the best. I'm like, yeah, that's my.
We sure are. That's right. We are the best.
We're sufficient.
DJ Joe.
What's
that's
yours?
Good. DJ Joe.
Yeah, but what's like your line?
What's my line?
Yeah, like mine was like, yeah. That's it. What's yours though?
Mine is. Spin it again. Spin again. There you go.
You know one thing we haven't used?
What's that?
Our taglines. You said, "Ow!" That's a hot pot pie. We haven't used those since. And I don't even know. What was it?
I don't even remember.
I remember because I listen to all of these. You don't listen. You forget about it as soon as we're done.
More applesauce, please.
Hey, Joe, we have a podcast. Do you know that?
What?
You don't listen, do you?
I don't. Are we recording these? I remember them in my brain.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was like, I don't know. You said you did. We had like taglines. Oh, you know it, or something like that. Something like that.
That sounds about right. I remember it.
Yeah, you remember talking about it vaguely.
Yeah, this is episode 29.
Episode 29, dude.
29, dude.
29 who know? I don't know how we got this far, dude.
I don't either. Especially because now we're just cutting it closer and closer.
Dude, next week we're not even going to release.
No,
it's not true. We'll have.
We're going to find time at 2 a.m. on Wednesday, and you'll clip it and do all the editing, and it'll be ready, and I'll throw an Instagram thing together. The weeknights are a little bit most nights are a little bit difficult, but what'd you think of that squeeze and cheese logo for Instagram post from last week?
Dude, that was pretty good.
Got threw it together.
Yeah, man, it was good.
It was coming close to the time, and you're like, Joe, you got that Instagram post? I'm like, I'm almost there, man. Just chill. I spent way too much time on it.
Yeah,
and I was like rearranging. Mm-hmm. All these little circles for the cheese kind of effect. And then I put...
So you made those circles individually on the Instagram post?
I duplicated the layer. I didn't make each individual one.
Okay.
But I spent so much time doing this, and then they were too big, so it didn't quite look like cheese. I was like, son of a... And so I put the font, and then you have to kind of do some things where you just have the outline of the font.
Yeah.
And then you kind of erase the background. Anyhow.
Gotcha.
So I put it there, and then I made the bubble smaller, and I filled it in, but I had like 30 minutes by doing that previous part.
Mm-hmm.
But, you live and you learn.
Yeah, man. I was proud of that art last week.
I just kind of wish there was like a mouse there or something, like on the other side, kind of even it out.
Oh, okay.
I didn't make that cheese, by the way, that little wedge.
Oh, you didn't?
I did not. No, that was...
Was that a royalty-free image on the line?
That was on Google.
Okay,
yep.
Good.
You just go to Google, you go to it, commercial-free with modification.
Boom.
There it is, and already had the transparent background.
Man,
perfect.
Gotta love it, dude.
Free is the best. GIMP, if you guys haven't ever used that, it is very much like Photoshop. I think I've talked about it before.
Yeah.
But it's very, very much like Photoshop. And
Free.
It's faux free.
Faux free.
GIMP 2.8.
I actually have the Adobe suite on my computer.
What?
But I don't I don't use it as much as I should. I will say that I did. If you guys checked out our YouTube channel this past weekend, I did upload the full audio from last week's episode, which will be the case going forward.
Yeah.
We'll release here on Wednesday, and then Friday, Saturday, hopefully somewhere in there, we'll release on YouTube. It should be pretty straightforward. But yeah, I did all that. That
was pretty cool.
Editing.
It was like the back was like a flowing banner, just kind of a rolling, and it didn't
no end.
It overlapped. I mean, not overlap, but like it was just
right.
like
I had to do some pretty intense math. I felt like,
really?
Yeah. Have you ever seen
The Accountant?
No,
Where
not
he's
The
in a
Accountant.
room and he's just
No,
oh.
no. I'm thinking about what's it called? The Hangover, where Zach Galifianakis starts counting cards and they're doing a Rain Man sequence. Him and Bradley Cooper, they're dressed up like it's Rain Man, like they're wearing the white suits.
It's been a while since I've seen that first one.
He's got like all the math equations floating around his head.
That's what it is.
Stuff.
Yeah.
And that was me trying to figure out how to do the math. It wasn't as difficult as I made it. Like I initially made like an image that was like 10,000 pixels wide. Like just didn't need to be that big at all. If I did something like made the math easier in my head,
But as our listeners know, math is just not strong.
I had to just go to bed and then the next day figure it out. It was one of those things. You ever do that where you just you're like, it's just not making sense right now.
Tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow.
We'll pick it up tomorrow. See where we are.
Man, we're just like we're some graphic artists.
Oh, we're getting there, man.
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of what we've done.
Dude, that was
so
cool.
far
When you
with
showed that to me, I was like, man, that's pretty cool.
Blew your mind, didn't I?
It did.
Yeah, man.
Just blew it.
Yeah, I didn't hear from you for a few days because you were just
Yeah.
So how you been, man?
I've been good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been neglecting the yard. I feel pretty bad about it.
Yeah.
I've been Ubering, trying to make that dough, trying to make that extra cash.
That extra Skrilla.
That Skrilla, that scratch, that green.
That cheese, that cheddar.
That cheddar. I like it.
Hey, but you know what they say? Mo money, mo problems, though.
Yeah.
That Uber money is big time.
It is. It can be.
Can be.
In big cities, it's it can be a lot. Kansas City's kind of big.
Yeah.
But
depending on the time that you Uber, and if you want to stay up till 3:30 on the weekends.
Prime time on a weekday from like 8 to like midnight.
Mm-hmm.
But man, you meet some characters. But I met some pretty cool people yesterday. Today, only drove a few people around. But
couple raisin cakes. You driving a couple raisin cakes around?
I don't know what that means, but
there's a couple nuts. Just a couple. Yeah, just
Where
certifiably
are
crazy.
they raisins or are they nuts?
Raisins are nuts.
No.
I just shook my head.
Not all nuts are nuts. Some are legumes.
Hey, man. Okay.
Did you know, speaking of nuts, almonds' cousin is an apricot.
An almond's cousin is an apricot?
Uh-huh. An apricot is cousin to the almond.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of said it like
yeah, it was weird.
Kind of like how we're...
You almost said it like it could have just been any nut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
An almond's cousin. Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah.
I prefer cashews. Buttery smooth.
Oh,
love.
Man. They're expensive though.
Not great for you though.
You get you get some natural fat in there. I don't know.
Sure.
Is that the saturated or the unsaturated? It's not the trans.
I mean, they're better. I think they're better for you than peanuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I think peanuts are pretty bad for cholesterol or something like that.
I don't know.
Especially if they're salted.
I learned of some new venues yesterday.
Yeah.
This place called Knuckleheads Saloon. Have you heard of it?
No.
I picked some people up from it, and they got in the car. I was like, man, that music sounds great. Who is that?
You could hear it through the swinging doors when they walked out.
Yeah,
right?
and through the
saloon, right? And then there was like a couple...
What are the little things on the boots that go...
Spurs.
Yeah, the spurs. You hear they walked out... Ching, ching.
Yeah.
I heard the piano going...
Yeah, the old player piano inside.
Yeah.
And then... and there was like a bottle
someone through the window.
Yep, and there were a couple hooers up on top in the balcony that were just sort of catcalling down,
Yeah, and they hopped on the back of my horse and we rode into the sunset.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, that was Uber. That was Wild West Uber.
Yeah. That was they called that the.
What do they pay you with? They pay you with like herpes or like smallpox or something like that.
You know what? I don't think those were around at that time.
Smallpox was it?
I don't know. It was.
Stick with your guns, Joe.
It was a large pox back then. Now over the years it's kind of shrunk. Now we have smallpox. It was large pox. It was grotesque pox originally. Just it was huge, awful pox.
Yeah, it was grotesque. Then it was large. Then it was pox.
Yeah.
For a while, it was just pox.
Yeah, and now we got chicken. I don't know where that. I think it's because it went to a chicken and someone kissed a chicken. Now we got chicken pox. I don't know. But so Knuckleheads Saloon, I was like, man, that music sounds great. Who is that? And it was Johnny Lang. You know who that is?
Why am I dying to live? Was he playing live?
Yeah, he was playing.
What?
Yeah.
I like Johnny Lang. He's a pretty good blues guitarist, dude.
Yeah, and that's what I was like, man, I love that guitar. And like, oh, that's Johnny Lang. And I heard like, I mean, like he was
shredding it.
Yeah, in this place, it's like an open venue. It's kind of northwest of here.
In between musical acts, is there somebody just giving noogies, knuckleheads?
Yeah,
noogies.
Yep. I thought your gesture looked like you're playing the washboard, the old washboard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Draw back to the
saloon.
The country thing.
Yeah. And there's this place called the Truman. Which is off Truman.
Sure.
Downtown.
Sure.
I don't know much about it, but I just know it's music when you know.
I think the buck stops there. I think that's where the buck stops.
Yeah. Where? Yeah, I mean, if it does stop,
it's got to stop somewhere.
It's got to stop there.
It has to.
It ends around that area, but buck. Yeah. So I met some cool people yesterday. Nice. Had some guy was like, "Hey, have you ever heard of this guy?" He's like, "You got a USB hookup?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Started playing some music for me.
Nice.
Jay Holiday.
Yeah.
You know who that guy is?
Mm-hmm.
What was the? It's a Pimp's World or something like that.
I don't know that I've heard that. I have a very limited knowledge of Jay Holiday, but I've heard of him. Yeah.
And then he was like, "You know Lauryn Hill?" I'm like, "Do I know
Doo-wop?"
Yeah.
That thing?
I was like Doo-wop X.
She's in the Fugees.
Yeah, she's in the Fugees. Loved her. And he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm so mad at her. Like, if I could, I'd slap her." He's like, "Nah, I'm just kidding." But like, I was like, "Why? Because she's not singing anymore." He's like, "Yeah, man, all that tax evasion and stuff." And he was like, he was super upset. He's like, "She could have been like the queen of soul 100%. And hip hop and R&B."
She was like one of the most talented, just artists in general. I mean, she has a ridiculous voice, but she's also like a great rapper. You know.
I mean, she writes her own music, plays instruments, and like when she sings, you can just like, there's so much emotion in her voice.
Yeah,
I miss her.
She's still doing music, but it's like it's a lot of it's just different. It's just different.
Pimpin' Me, that's the name of the song. I gotta find some of these lyrics because he was like, I mean, the guy has a good voice.
Yeah,
but then the guy that was my writer was like, "Oh man, listen to that hook." I mean, just imagine the hook.
Was he a producer? Were you riding with like Dame Dash or something from Rockefeller Records?
I don't know who that is.
All right, man.
Man, what is the chorus here?
Listen to this.
Girl, the pimpin' me just died. Died. When I look in your eyes. I mean, just like, I mean, the guy had a good voice, but
guess how many riders that took?
15. No, man, repeat it. Don't repeat it. Repeat it. Yeah, repeat it.
Yeah, you should probably. All right, raise the hands. Who thinks we should repeat the chorus? All right, 7-6, guys.
Oh, man. But
that doesn't equal 15. I just dropped it to 13 because I'm trying to be nice, you know?
Math. But it was a silly song.
Yeah. Speaking of writers, I saw a pretty interesting infographic. I'm sure most people have probably seen it, but it was like single ladies.
All of them?
Yeah.
All of your single ladies?
No, I don't have any single ladies. I mean, I have two little ladies.
Yeah.
All are single.
Well,
all of them.
All of them.
Yeah. So all two of them.
All the single ladies?
Yeah.
All the single ladies. Okay.
Yeah. Put your hands up. So there were like 13 writers on single ladies.
Really?
But then they like put it up against Bohemian Rhapsody.
Queen Bee didn't.
Beyonce didn't. No. And then Freddie Mercury was the only writer for Bohemian Rhapsody.
Really?
He wrote it all by himself.
Dude.
1 versus 13. Which one's the better song?
Have we talked about this where, I think we did, where Freddie Mercury like went into the studio like in the last month of his life knowing he was going to die?
I feel like we talked about this off air.
Off air?
Yeah.
And just like recorded as much music as he could knowing that it was going to be the last music for his band to have. I mean, just that's like so awesome. Singing his heart out in the last part of his life. Pretty incredible.
Yeah, that's awesome. One of the best vocalists of all time.
And best mustaches, too.
100%. and subsequently the gayest as well.
Up there with Hall & Oates'
oh, dude.
mustaches.
It was like Hall & Oates. Well, it was Freddie. Then it was Hall & Oates. And it was probably like...
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds after that.
I can't think of any other musicians with
I'll tell you who's got a good mustache. Is that... what's his name? Sam something or another. Oh, I can't think of his name. He's on the new... No, he's on...
Vikings quarterback.
No. Is he okay?
I hope, man.
He had like a knee injury.
Yeah.
Dude, is it his...
It's actually
Is it his right knee or left? Because he's hurt his right knee like twice.
You're supposed to say, is it the left knee, the right knee, or the high knee? Your high knee? It is a... Oh, Zach is putting his headset down, and he couldn't handle the joke. Couldn't handle the dad joke. He has a bone chip, a bone bruise, which is really like a chip, and he's had pain in his knees before, and so they're just like shooting, not Novocaine.
Is it like a bone spur?
I don't know what that means.
No.
Is that like that little thing on the boots? Spur?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boots with the spur.
The whole club was looking at.
Yeah. What is it when the stuff they shoot into your like your knees or like when you got
morphine? No, not morphine.
It's kind of like
it's like a numbing agent. Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's a kind of aid with pain. I'll think of it later.
All right, just scream it out, you know. Speaking of the Vikings, Joe, by the way, you're wearing a purple shirt, so that
purple.
He's always repping.
I like that purple stuff.
And you know, we get along. You guys could probably tell that we get along pretty well.
A little bit.
Except when the NFL season rolls around, because I happen to be a Green Bay Packer fan.
And I happen to be a Minnesota Vikings fan. Your brother happens to be a Detroit Lions fan.
And he's atop the NFC North right now, dude.
Yeah. It goes... So
the Bears haven't won, though, so at least we can count on that.
Bears, they suck, dude.
They got beat by Tampa Bay this past week.
Keller's not their starter anymore.
No, he's gone.
Yeah, he gone.
I don't know where he went, where he got picked up by, but...
He got cutlered from the team?
He got cutlered.
He's actually started up his own cutlery business.
What? Cutler's Cutlery?
Cutler's Cutlery.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. If he hasn't actually done that, that needs
should.
To be a thing.
Yeah, how cheesy would that be? And just sell it wherever. I mean,
George Foreman is selling grills.
Yeah. And
call me George Foreman because I'm selling everybody grills.
Do you think he made that, like he designed it, or someone was just like, hey, got this idea for a grill.
No.
Let's find somebody. And they're like, who's not doing anything anymore?
He definitely maybe thought. I don't know if he even thought up the idea. He was probably just like, hey, I think there should be like a grill that gets rid of the grease.
Yeah.
And they're like, how could we make that happen? And then some engineer somewhere was like, oh, well, if we put the little slots and it leads down to a grease trap, then all the stuff can just flop off.
Put it at like a 10-degree angle. It'll just slide.
Yeah, and it'll slide off because it's grease. And then George Foreman was like, brilliant, I thought of that. Let me sell it to 1.5 million people per second.
That's a lot of people.
George Foreman grills do work.
One.
They do work
and
really well, though.
We use it probably once a month.
They work really well.
Yeah, we've had it for years.
Yeah.
It's a great product.
It is a great product.
This episode brought to you by George Foreman. Let's take a moment to hear from
Here
our
he
sponsors.
is. Come in, champ. What, we just brought in George Foreman? He just comes out of nowhere. Oh, dude.
Welcome to the studio. Tell us about your new innovation. Same old thing. Just a tilted grill.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Great for paninis.
Yeah.
Which is just bread grilled on each side with cheese in there and meat.
It's true. It's a panini press.
It's a grilled,
but made for
sandwich. I don't know where panini comes in.
Well, but like the George Foreman grill looks like a panini press.
Yeah,
just used for a different purpose.
And with some little
with a grease trap.
Yeah, little corduroy looking things.
Yeah,
ridges.
Yeah. I went to I went to a festival in Blue Springs, which is out in the Kansas City area, of course.
East of Kansas City, where David Cook, the American Idol singer, is from season, I don't know.
One of them.
It's probably been like 8 years.
He was like in the first 5 seasons, wasn't he? 6 seasons? I don't know. Anyway, I went there this past weekend. There was a parade, and we were just talking about how, about George Foreman just jumping in. I thought if I were like a celebrity and I was like a singer or performer or something, I would just show up at local parades. Like, how funny would that be?
Just crashing all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, what if, like, Steven Tyler and, like, just, like, Aerosmith, just, like, loving an elevator, just coming down the road. Can you imagine?
Oh, just going down a parade, just like a normal, like, you see him in, like, those are, like, the Macy's Day Parade, but they're showing up to, like...
Blue Springs.
Yeah, the Jackson County Fair or something, yeah.
No, they should definitely...
Yeah,
they should definitely do that because it was like,
hey everybody!
Oh, well, here comes the Chick-fil-A truck, and here comes the local gymnastics team goes running by, and then the high school marching, the band or whatever, and then Aerosmith. Just like that needs to be a thing.
Wild horses. That's Rolling Stones.
Now, see, they could definitely sing one of their better songs,
Yeah, Stone's been around for 50 plus years.
It's true.
I like them way better than Aerosmith.
You know who I was thinking about, who I really like?
Yes.
And this isn't like, I'm not comparing them to either of the bands we just mentioned, because they're not up there yet.
Smash Mouth, is that what you're going to say?
Smash. They're all-stars, dude. No.
Hey now.
Green Day.
Yeah.
I like Green Day a lot.
Nimrod, dude.
Dookie.
Is that your
That was their first one.
Their first album?
Their first released album, yeah.
And
that was in 80? 89?
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say American Idiot is their best album of all time.
You think so?
No. I hated that album.
You hated American Idiot?
Yeah. Wake me up when this album ends.
Wake me up, yeah.
It sounded so...
it's not...
It sounded so studio.
Yeah, and it was atypical Green Day.
No. Yeah. It's like, what are you doing, Billy Joe?
Billy Joe.
Yeah, I was going to say Joel, but you can't do that.
Yeah, no, he's Billy Joe, whatever is... He's just... His last name's not Joe. He's got a last name. I can't remember. Osmond? No.
Billy Joe Osment? Is he part of that family? Like,
yeah,
Haley, you're thinking of Haley Joel Osment.
That's... I am. What the hell happened to him?
Who's in Sixth Sense.
Have you seen a picture of him recently?
Yeah, I mean...
He looks like an alien!
I mean, he's there. You can see the same kind of rounded child face.
No, he was abducted by aliens, dude, and they inhabited his body.
He's like Macaulay Culkin, where he's like skin and bones.
I'll tell you what he looks like. He looks like that.
He looks like $1 million because that's probably how much he has in his bank account, at least.
I got
you know how much money that kid made? Did you ever see Secondhand Lion? Great movie.
No.
What?
I never saw it.
Yeah, see it with him and Michael Caine.
Michael
Caine is in the movie.
Michael Caine.
And
you know what his actual name is?
Anthony Hopkins? Maybe Michael Caine?
Mm-hmm.
Is it
it's the most British name you've ever heard in your life.
Is it Jonathan Walker?
Michael Caine. Let's see here. Born, oh gosh. He's got
Michael Caine.
Gotta find his actual. Anyway.
What do you think his name is? Michael.
We're gonna get back to Michael Caine, but Haley Joel Osment. His face looks like the Ronaldo statue. Have you seen the Ronaldo statue?
Yes, I have.
His face looks like the Ronaldo statue.
Yeah, that was quite a fail there.
Like all of his facial features are compacted into a very small portion of his face. Not the Ronaldo. Well, the Ronaldo statue. And Haley Joel Osment.
Well, wasn't that artist chosen because of how good they are at sculpting or whatever they need to do? Was that bronze that they made?
something.
I
don't know, man. But that's the biggest mess up ever. And just the picture of him standing next to the statue is the funniest thing ever. Because Ronaldo is like one of the most statuesque dudes.
Yeah.
Like cut jaw. He's like one of the most handsome dudes. And he's standing next to like a derp. Just a derp statue, man.
It does look like one of those drawings.
Yeah.
Where it's super terrible,
it's a meme.
Cheesy look. Yeah.
It's a meme for sure.
It looks like they actually carved it out of chocolate and left it in a hot car. And they're like, oh no, put it in the fridge real quick and it's set. And then they put it out.
It does.
They'll never be able to tell.
That's what it is, dude.
No, does it look great? I'm kind of worried. No, it looks fine.
It was chocolate wrapped in like a thin layer of gold. What is it called? Leaf?
Gold feather?
Gold leaf?
Gold leaf, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that's so funny. That's exactly what it looks like.
It does.
It looks like
kind of droops a little bit.
That face should be used like in a situation where like I don't know, you're dumbfounded
or it's like if someone ever feels bad, it's like, hey, I know you're having a bad day, but at least you didn't try to make a replicate of someone's face and it came out looking like this.
How much do you think that dude got paid just to make the statue?
Oh, what do they call that when you're...
Did they ask for the money back? Or is that a refundable thing?
No one had seen it. They take the shroud off of it, the blanket, and they're like, give us our money back.
Spin it already, bro.
A baby starts crying, there's crickets, and then just give us our money back.
Hey, listen, Swiss chocolate and gold leaf don't cost, nothing. I had to pay for all of it.
The other day, so our school secretary, she felt bad for doing something that wasn't even like, sometimes people are like, oh, I'm so sorry about, I wasn't thinking. It's like, you don't need to apologize, but they still feel bad. And so I sent her a video and said, hey, don't feel bad. At least you didn't do this. And it's the video of Ryan Seacrest trying to high five the blind kid. Have you seen that?
No, that happened.
Yes.
Oh,
I can't believe you in all your YouTubing have not come across this where he's like, so I don't know for what celebration this is because I've only come across it because it was a fail. And Ryan Seacrest, this blind kid is in front of him, and Ryan Seacrest puts his hand up to high five, and then realizes what he's done, and like kind of puts his hand down and reaches over for the guy's hand, and like does like a manual high five.
No, man.
Oh, it's torturing, but it's like, at least you didn't do that. It's like, you got to feel better about yourself because
you fucked up, but check this out. It's going to make you feel better.
I sometimes tell the story when I was at Red Lobster. I felt so bad. I didn't mean it the way it sounded. So this woman was like celebrating her 99th birthday. Mm-hmm. And, I dropped the check. They were paying. And I said, thank you so much. Happy birthday. Hope to see you next year. Or I forgot how I phrased it, where it was like, I know you're 99 years old and you may not make it, but I hope you did. Like, I forgot how I said it, but it was like, it kind of came across. It's like, I don't think you're going to make it to 100.
You said that out loud?
Yeah, to the table. Well, it was like, hopefully we'll see you next year or something like that. Like that.
No.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see you next year. Like that. And just like the delivery was like, well, you're 99 and you're probably going to die.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's
It was painful. It was very painful.
Michael Caine. Born Maurice Joseph Micklewhite.
Super British.
Yeah. Micklewhite. No way, dude. No. I'm not going to talk too much about his website.
He has a website?
He has a website.
Is it michaelcaine.com?
It's, yes.
Is it the real Michael Caine?
It's actual Michael Caine, yeah.
Oh, it's actual michaelcaine.com.
No, it's just michaelcaine.com.
Just michaelcaine.com.
But, another podcast I listen to covers it, so I'm not going to, talk about the website too much, just in case there's some overlap. But it's really just, it's a strange website, so go check it out. But yeah, Maurice Joseph Micklewhite, that's his name. So there you go. I know you were really wanting to know that.
I was.
Haley Joel Osment has a beard.
Yeah.
Makes him look better.
Yeah.
Makes them look better.
Makes everybody look better. I shaved mine off like a month ago, maybe a little bit.
Mistakes
longer.
were
Yeah, and I was like, oh man,
mistakes were made.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Joe, let's talk about our sponsor, Audible. You guys can head on over to audibletrial.com/jumbled and get your free 30-day trial and a free audiobook. The book that I'm recommending this month is A Girl Walks Into a Bar, Comedy Calamities, Dating Disasters, and a Midlife Miracle by Rachel Dratch. You might
like her.
You might know her from Saturday Night Live. You should know her from Saturday Night Live. The book is all about her at the age of 44 becoming a new mother.
Wow.
Yeah, so that should be a pretty interesting read. I'm looking forward to, she's got her comedic spin that she puts on it, and I'm looking forward to listen to that.
We are on the same wavelength because this month I'll be reading Al Franken, Giant of the Senate, and he is also an alum of Saturday Night Live. And this book talks about his time on SNL all the way up to his campaign for Senate and the unlikely outcome that became his win, his victory. Yeah. And looking forward to reading that. He is, listening to it because it's Audible. You don't have to read, much like this podcast, but Al Franken narrates it, and he wrote it. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. So again, head on over to audibletrial.com/jumbled and get your free 30-day trial and a free audiobook. Let's get back to the podcast. You know what I'm missing?
What?
The calluses on my hands from climbing, dude.
Yeah, I have. Look at mine. I've still
got them.
Yeah, if you look at my history today, I was looking at some climbing videos, some
Were
bouldering competitions. Yeah,
just sucks. It costs money,
Well, so I have the only thing I don't have is shoes, and so you can pay for like a punch card. But then if you don't have a harness, when you're paying for the punch card, which will get you like 10 visits for like $90, which saves you like $5 a visit. But that's not including the shoes,
right? The
harness, if you want a chalk bag, the belay device. But did I talk about there's like a Ninja Warrior gym down in Belton?
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Yep.
I should listen to the podcast again from last week.
Yeah, you don't listen to them, so that's...
I don't know how it works. Do I listen on YouTube? Do I listen on...
You can.
iTunes? Do I just say, hey, Alexia, play Jumbled?
Alexia, huh?
Is that it?
No.
Hey...
You've got like a Japan, like some like weird Japan.
It's the JBL version. It's like It's like most people have like the Beats pill. I've got like the JBL.
Yeah, JBL is still a reputable company. You've got like a...
Is it?
What is it, like Huawei or whatever? Huawei or something. I think it's something like
Skull Candy? That's kind of a good one, isn't it? Skull Candy?
Skull Candy. Yeah, Skull Candy is like... Yeah.
Yeah.
You could buy those like back at the Graceland bookstore for cheap.
For cheap. And you could...
Pretty cheap.
Yeah. Did you know, speaking of cheap and things, did you know Kmart on Nolan Road went out? We put them out of business talking so much.
Man, we were talking smack, dude. It was probably you traveling back and forth trying to sell back a microwave to Kmart.
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do.
You were like,
hey. Make ends meet. I went between them.
Got this microwave for you guys, really.
I went between them a few times.
Yeah, to get the microphone. I think we talked about it, but...
Yeah. Did we talk about going to Kmart and then like going to the other Kmart?
Yeah, that was episode numero uno.
Come a long venture, way. The maiden voyage. Hey, did you?
Sorry, you're boring as shit.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
That's how I play it off.
Did you watch the Emmys? You didn't.
No, I didn't. Recap me.
People won awards.
Sweet. Moving on.
They were handed to. The awards were handed to the recipients by celebrities.
Okay.
So celebrities handed the celebrities a trophy.
Okay.
And they gave a speech, and they got off. And if they didn't get off soon enough, there was music. Mm-hmm. And
do you think
3 hours later?
Do you think it would suck to like, be like, not even nominated for an Emmy ever?
Yeah.
But like be invited to like hand awards?
Emmys. Yeah.
You know?
That would.
That'd be like, okay, well, let's just give the prize. Let me just hand a prize to the greater actor, you know?
You know who, so she wasn't nominated this year. I don't know what she would have been nominated for, but Oprah was like front row center.
Oprah's everywhere, dude.
She and Stedman right there in the front, like
giving away cars.
I mean, I guess, yeah. She did announce the last award, and it sounded like she was giving away something.
How's everybody doing?
Well, she was like, and the award goes to Handmaid's Tale.
You get a car.
I think that was the one. Yeah, I missed an opportunity there with
Trolls 2. I don't think that's the thing yet.
Is it?
Sure it will. No, I said I don't think it is.
Oh, is Trolls 1
yeah.
the thing?
You know what's funny? My daughter, my 3-year-old.
She is funny.
She is funny.
So is your older daughter. She's funny too.
She's funny too.
But looks aren't everything.
Yeah.
Just kidding, you guys.
All the music. I have never watched Trolls all the way through. I don't know if that's makes me a bad parent or whatever.
I usually just like close out of the webpage or something. I can't get through all the trolls and all their comments and things.
They're everywhere, dude. You gotta watch out for them. But the movie Trolls, they have a lot of pop music in there, and they have like what is it called? The gorilla song that we covered a couple weeks ago in our quiz. And that's it. No, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, that was in the movie.
Yeah, and so
interesting.
It's a weird song choice. But my youngest, my 3-year-old, is walking around the house going, "Feeling like a sunshine." She's like running around just singing. And what's funny is like she knows
you sing it.
She makes me proud every day just because she like will hear a song that I'm playing, and I just play everything for her. And she'll be like, "No, let's play it again." You know, we'll be listening to a song, and then I'll just sort of be listening to her singing, and then every once in a while I'll just hear her like pick up a part of a song, and just be singing it. Like, or there's like that. I'm really bad at remembering things right now. It's the 21 Pilots song.
Cake by the ocean.
No. Taking my time on my ride. Oh. She sings that part. That part over and over again.
Yeah, on repeat.
And then she knows most of Bohemian Rhapsody. So.
Oh, that's all you need.
That's all you need, man.
Yeah. I mean, if you can start there and then venture out, I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife was eventually like, "All right, you need to play something else for her on the." Because I just love hearing her sing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, play Bohemian Rhapsody just so I can hear her singing it.
I kind of want. I was thinking about this the other day about like when we have kids and when like
you and I will never have kids, Joe.
I'm gonna convince you. Somehow
you're the mom, dude.
Happen.
That's all I'm saying.
Which one of us is gonna birth it?
You.
Okay. Like showing them like all like the epic things and like in movies or like in music, like them hearing a song like Bohemian Rhapsody or something like that for the first time, them just being like in awe of it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and like I think I've seen a YouTube video of it when like this kid sees or like watches Star Wars for the first time and he's like, "Luke, I am your father," and the boy's like,
yeah,
it just blows his mind.
Yeah, it's that moment.
I'm looking forward to those moments.
Yeah, dude, they're pretty awesome when they come by. But
like Sixth Sense when Haley Joel Osment when they figure out that
spoiler.
Oh yeah, sorry, no, we won't talk about that. We won't spoil that.
If you haven't seen the movie yet, you're about 20 years late. Yeah,
at least.
It's got to be because it was mid-90s when it came out. I would say 96, 97. But
that's weird.
It is weird. It's weird that we're so old, dude.
Yeah.
What happened?
Time.
Well, this podcast is fucking over, dude. I'm just sad as shit now, dude.
Yeah.
Screw it. Just screw it, dude. I don't care anymore.
Speaking of the Emmys, there was a moment that was pretty good.
Yeah.
So Stephen Colbert did the show.
Love him.
And before it started, I was like talking to Nikki, and I was saying, "Do you think he's going to sing?" She's like, "What? No, he's not going to sing." Yeah,
it's Stephen Colbert.
Stephen Colbert. He sang. He's got a Christmas song.
He does. Here's another Christmas song.
Yeah, pretty good. And but like his opening act was great. Like hit on so many points, like political and stuff too. But then he's also like recognizing how diverse the pool of nominees were, and he was like, and we have all these black nominees, and he was saying like Viola Davis, Jeffrey Wright, like Samira Wiley, and then he's like, and of course Bill Maher. Bill Maher. Yeah. And I was like, and then it hit me because then he said, he must be because of how comfortably he is saying the N-word. Because he got like,
he got like a tongue lashing for it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course. But like,
as he should.
Yeah, it was like a couple months ago, and he just dropped the N-word like it was nothing.
Like it was nothing, yeah.
Like he was saying good morning. Oh, man.
That's a Trumpism. You guarantee like Trump, as soon as he walks off away from the podium, he's using all kinds of racial obscenities.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Trump and Stephen Colbert, he made fun of him a lot, and then he also brought up one of his tweets about he was saying how he was looking forward to the tweets because he was making fun of him, and how of course Trump watches TV and tweets everything.
Yeah.
And he quoted one of Trump's tweets from when Seth Meyers was the host.
Yeah.
And because he was like, that no talent Seth Meyers, blah, 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 was bad. Sounds like he has, mouthful of marbles. And Stephen Colbert said, "What do you think of that? What do you think about that, Seth?" And it pans over to him. He's got his mouth closed, and all of a sudden he just opens his mouth and starts talking, and marbles just fall out. It was a good show.
That's awesome. Speaking of Donald Trump tweets.
Has he tweeted recently?
It's not something he tweeted, it's something he retweeted. I'm sure you saw it. He retweeted a gif of him swinging a golf club and then hitting Hillary Clinton as she's like walking on to... It's probably like an old clip from her getting on Air Force One or something like that.
Yeah.
But she like fell getting onto the jet.
Yes.
And it supposedly was his golf ball that came in and hit her in the back.
Good swing.
Yeah.
Good swing, Donnie.
That's our president retweeting things like that. And he retweeted like a heroic looking picture of him like dragging US companies across the ocean. Like he was taking them back to America. It's like, but you're not though,
But you're not.
Like Apple's still making most of their things.
Yeah, Foxconn. They're making all that. They're actually like building a new facility.
Yeah, and they I think they even started doing headstones recently. Because all the people that are jumping off their jumping out of their buildings. Actually, they have the suicide nets up. Did you know that?
Do they really?
They do. Like they had to put nets up as a precautionary measure, so if people jumped out of their building, they wouldn't die. How fucked up is that?
It's
not an Apple problem. It's a Foxconn problem.
Well, I mean,
Apple, Microsoft, LG, many more companies than Apple have stuff manufactured at this facility.
Yeah, but it's also, you're having these places build your product knowing that, their facilities aren't in the best, aren't the best place for people to work. But
it's probably a China thing then,
That's so crazy that they're addressing, like their suicide prevention is putting up nets.
Yeah.
And not looking at like the root problem where people are working so much and their quality of life is so low that they kill themselves.
I think they even live on premises. Like they have dorms there at Foxconn.
Like that's all they do.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fucked up way to live. But
it is.
I think
Hold on a second. I just got a text message on my iPhone.
Oh, okay. Answer that.
Okay, here we go. That was me addressing the irony of this conversation.
No, I think it probably stems from a Chinese problem. Sure, like all the companies choose to manufacture in China because because it's cheap, you know. So if China put in labor laws or had a federal mandate that their workers should be paid a higher wage, then you would see a higher quality of life for people. But probably, I mean, there's a lot of people there too. You know what I'm saying? So
why would they put those labor laws if they're still going to get? I mean, if they're going to get the business from people that want to make the iPhones there.
So if we support Apple,
chicken or the egg?
If we support Apple, we're supporting North Korea.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to stop supporting Apple, you know.
Man,
I want that new iPhone 10, baby.
I never thought about that. I guess all hail Kim Jong Un.
I guess
the emperor who could dunk at 6 years old.
Yeah. He never farts or poops.
No.
Nope, never, not once.
Is that one of the things he's claimed?
I don't know.
Is that why he's
I don't know if that's an
Is that why he's so fat?
Yeah,
because it just doesn't come out.
He's holding all of it in.
Well, he just doesn't have a butthole.
Yeah. Every once in a while, he has to have some surgery, like some
they pulled out of his belly button,
minor outpatient stuff, where he's still able to walk around and.
Well, he does it himself.
Oh yeah. He's got
he's so talented.
He's got a spigot that he just turns it open and all the stuff just sort of pours out.
Yeah,
that's how that works.
A colostomy spigot.
Yeah. Did you ever see
probably
that James Franco, Seth Rogen,
Pineapple Express?
No, it was the one about
Geeks and Freaks.
It's the one about North Korea.
That movie where they are news. They're like journalists and they're going over there and filming, and then
I think James Franco was he's like
part of it, but then I was worried that they were going to bomb my house because I was watching.
I watched the whole thing. I watched the whole thing online because they had it online. I think.
Yeah, they
could just watch it online.
Well, they didn't.
For free.
They decided to put it online because
the theaters were not showing it.
Yeah, because they received threats about it, I think, from North Korea.
Fuck it.
It was Sony decided to pull it. But then I think they actually then put it in the theaters. I don't know.
Yeah. Who cares, you know? They're not going to do anything.
No. Except shoot missiles over Japan. There's some
I mean, they're stupid, but are they really stupid enough to mess with the biggest military in the world? In the world. We have shown that we have the capability of flying a plane all the way around the world in one trip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's happened.
I mean, it's not. I don't think that's unique to us.
No, but
and it's not just the U.S. I mean, everybody. I mean, I guess except for China is putting pressure, and they're having talks about that. I think there's a gathering of the UN and. There's been some stuff recently that Trump spoke at, but anytime I see Trump, I just kind of turn away. I listen to NPR sometimes, but I mean, everybody's like, "What do you do in North Korea?" Yeah, seriously, I mean, they have no. I mean, if they ever really did pull the trigger and bomb Japan or Guam, I mean, that's gonna be.
It's not gonna end well.
That is not gonna end well.
No, not for anybody really. No. Probably, but.
There are no winners in war, but there are definitely lots of losers and more losers than other losers.
Yeah, I'm going to turn away from this.
Okay.
This topic of discussion because I don't like it. That's what I'm getting at. I went to the dentist yesterday.
Did you?
Hate it. I hate going to the dentist.
Did they have to pull off one of your teeth?
No, those are permanent. They have a 50-year sort of expectancy on
Was that before you got married that you got?
It was 2 days before, yeah. I should have just said, nah, leave them off.
I remember when you sent that photo to me of just your...
little nubs. Yeah.
It was just one of them. And oh my gosh, you look so... It was creepy. It was hilarious though.
I have a crown and a veneer on my two front teeth.
Yeah.
So my front left tooth, I busted pretty much in half in a childhood biking accident where my face met the road.
Yeah.
And busted out half my tooth. So I had a root canal on that tooth, and it was turning blue and all that stuff.
That's the name of my Second Country album.
When your face meets the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. What happened to your other tooth? Was it a jawbreaker incident?
They wanted to I think match the coloring up. So they just
knocked it out.
Yeah. Well, they didn't knock it out, but they just shaved it down. The first or the right one, they just put a I can't remember. I think it's a veneer. So it just barely goes over the back. Yeah. It barely goes over the back of the tooth.
Yeah.
And it just sort of it's like I don't know. It's hard to describe, but
it's like
a veneer just goes over the edge and sort of like clips back into it.
Okay.
And then they use a little blue light, the magical blue light.
You can unclip it.
No,
Do you have to
I wish I could.
You have to put it in some water next to your bed at night.
I wish I could, but I got to keep them in.
You old man.
It's got a 50-year
warranty
expectancy on it. I think is what they said. So here, when I,
you're gonna die
70
well
something
before that ever happens.
You sound like you got a plan or something, dude. Fuck it, man.
Hey, believe me. You're going to die.
I'm going to die.
Well before that. No, I'm just kidding.
So I went to the dentist, and they used a new tool on my teeth that I'd never experienced before.
Did
they
you
call
have
it like a
pull your pants down?
Yeah, they stuck it in my asshole.
That was a prostate exam. You're at the doctor's office. Yeah.
I was wondering. I was smiling at them a lot, but they were sort of I think maybe a little. So it makes sense now. There were a lot of frowns, not smiles. It's okay. Nobody likes dealing with assholes, I guess, right? No, but it was like I think they call it like a ultrasonic
toothbrush.
No, but it was
Sonic
like
Care
no, it wasn't a Sonic Care, but it was like this. It almost felt like a laser. It was like, but it like had water with it, so I don't think it was a laser. It might have been, I guess, but they just sort of used it along my gum line, and it tore my mouth up, dude. My teeth were aching yesterday.
Oh man!
Like just my face was
Did you put some of that? What do they call that?
Oragel
in there for you?
No, I didn't do any of that. I just sort of let it.
Did you have one of those moments where you rinsed and had to spit? You had to put your mouth around the straw, and you felt like you were gonna die, like your whole life was gonna come out through your mouth and into the straw. You ever done that?
No,
where they like they'll rinse out and they're like, okay, close over the straw, and then like that creates the vacuum where all the liquid comes out, but then also pulls all the air out of your lungs and your body, and you think you're going to turn inside out.
No, see, what I think you're supposed to do is stick your tongue up to the roof of your mouth and block your airway.
No one ever taught me how to do that properly.
You're like, all right. You're getting your... You got a collapsed lung at the dentist. What are you doing, dude?
Seriously, though, every time I'm like, okay, and I'm like, I just close my mouth and I'm like, it's just like...
No, the only time that ever happens is if I go to the dentist and I'm like, congested or anything like that.
I feel like it's, have you ever taken a straw you have in your mouth and you put your finger on the end of it and then you suck it and it flattens out?
Yeah.
That's how I feel like my body looks when they use that.
Very cartoonish.
Yeah,
very cartoonish.
Very cartoonish.
Very nice, dude. Very nice.
I look up and it's the coyote that's my dentist.
Yeah. They were like...
Dr. Wile-E.
Yeah.
Coyote.
They were trying to get me to come back in January, but my insurance only covers like every 6 months, so it's not twice a year; it's every 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So anyway, I won't be going back until March.
I don't know what mine covers. I know I can go there for like free cleanings and stuff, but like,
when's the last time you went?
Last year.
Yeah.
Sometime.
Yeah. I try to make my appointments every 6 months. If I'm getting cleanings twice a year, damn it, I'm taking it, man.
Yeah.
But they told me I need to like rinse with adult problems. I need to rinse with some kind of
fluoride.
Something. I've been having a la last week where I was super congested. I'm still partially congested.
Yeah, you sound a lot better than last week.
Thank you.
You don't sound like you've got 2 cotton balls up your nose and
Well, I went home and then I realized there was a cotton ball in my nose. Yeah, it was weird. I was like, why did I do that? But it was super silly. But no, I can breathe out of my left nostril right now. So, partially thankful to Zyrtec.
Yeah. You were drinking
I got a hookup at work. No, seriously, one of my coworkers was like, Hey, yo, man, I got that Zyrtec, and I was like, says no one ever. Like, who says, hey, yo, man, Zyrtec? Hey, yo, man, I got that Zyrtec.
Here's the thing: I will share ibuprofen, but like Zyrtec and
it's expensive.
Yeah, man, it's like expensive. $5 a pill almost, for those things, or more for like.
Yeah, the street price is about $6.5.
I use Claritin from time to time.
I was using Claritin, but sometimes like my body just gets too used to a certain allergy medicine, so I got to switch that shit up.
Oh man, and there goes our last listener.
Hey, see ya. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to fact checking with Johnny.
You know what? Let's do that.
This is fact checking with Johnny.
So here's the thing, guys. Remember not too long ago, maybe 10 episodes ago, you guys were complaining about the novels of notes that I'd write and the detail and the intricacies and bring in the educational piece to Jumbled. And you guys would, ride me about writing novels. And now you're complaining about quick and easy fact checking. There's just no pleasing you two. God, what am I supposed to do with this, huh? What do you want from me? That is the real question. I know what you want. You want the facts, and there are some things to get through today. So let's jump right in. The first was the conversation around Scientology, which was quite the interesting conversation, but also a very interesting religion. Do you call it a religion? Is it a cult? I guess it's technically a religion. I don't know. Are they tax exempt? Probably. That's why they make a lot of money. Anyways, the spirit, as far as Scientologists go, is called the Thetan. Thetan. No idea if that's how to pronounce that properly, because I don't really care about Scientology. But anyways, the Thetan / spirit uses its mind as a control system between itself and the physical universe. The mind is not the brain. The brain is part of the body and does not determine intelligence. It can be likened to a switchboard. So it says, if one said that a telephone switchboard was the intelligence of the corporation it served, this would be like saying the brain was the intelligence of the person. It is just not true. Sorry. The brain is simply a conduit that, like a telephone wire, carries messages. So it is the thing, it's your mind that controls the brain, which controls everything else, it sounds like. But interesting take on the spirit. What is on curly fries? So the big debate between regular fries, curly fries, or sweet potato fries, or yam fries, as we call them in Canada regularly. Maybe you guys call them yam fries in the US? I don't remember. I don't eat them because I think they're absolutely disgusting. I was quite torn on this. So I'd have to say, depending on where I was, I would go with curly fries or regular fries. And maybe I'd only say I would go with regular fries 100% of the time if I was at McDonald's, even if McDonald's had curly fries, just because I think those are actually the best fries in the business. But anywhere else, curly fries, fantastic. The guys were pretty bang on with the ingredients that they're talking about. They're made from whole potatoes, which is nice, and they're cut using a specialized spiralizer. I like that word, spiralizer. Curly fries are generally seasoned with spices, which include garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, paprika, and salt. So pretty interesting there. I always thought it would be like seasoning salt or like something spicy. I don't know. There's probably different recipes, but that seems to be the standard go for the curly fry, the standard curly fry. Rotten Tomatoes ratings. I always thought this was a lot more complex or secret than it is, but Wikipedia, which I think is now somewhat credible, maybe, I don't know, but we're going to go with it for ease of use. It says that the Rotten Tomatoes rating is a user rating based on a score from 0 to 10, which they believe makes it more accurate. And they obviously pare it down to the out of 5 tomatoes. But it did say that you have to be a registered user of Rotten Tomatoes. So if you were to try and skew some scores, you would have to be pretty committed to making up a lot of fake identities to skew those ratings. But yeah, I always kind of hoped that it was some kind of like fancy, really intricate, crazy, or really funny rating system. But it's basically the user and those who take enough time or care enough to create a profile, which, I mean, you'd have to be pretty committed to do that, because there are a lot of things that I come across that I'm like, ooh, I want this, and then it asks for like my email address or my address, and I'm like, nope, don't care, you lost me there. And then finally, talking about Aquaman's powers, and like Zach, I think like most people, never really cared about Aquaman, seemed kind of fishy to me. Good pun. But otherwise, I also just didn't really like Aquaman. I didn't like DC Comics, period. Not their main superhero line anyways. I think they have some of the best side stories. I will give them that. But they're superheroes, like superpowered beings. I find kind of lame. Like, there is no lamer superhero than Superman. I'm sorry, guys. I know that's gonna like jar some people. But talk about feast or famine character, Superman, pretty lame. Anyways, Aquaman, who I thought was also fairly lame, did some reading on him and have grown a little bit of appreciation. And I think it would have started from, Jason Momoa being the new actor of Aquaman. I love him. I think he's fantastic. I think he's going to do a great job with this character. Hopefully they give him enough time to shine. But anyways, a brief summary. Aquaman is the king of all things aqua. Who would have guessed? He can breathe underwater. I'd hope so. He can swim at tremendous speeds and can telepathically communicate with sea life. So he could, maybe, I don't know, are platypi, a waffle of platypuses, sea life? Or is that like they're freshwater, aren't they? So would he lose his powers in freshwater? Is it the salt that carries his telepathy? We'll never know. And it says, being able to withstand ocean depths, he gets a bonus points on land with his superhuman strength, his enhanced senses, and his nearly impenetrable skin, which is kind of neat. So he's a little bit more complex than I've always thought he was, but in all fairness, I typically would avoid DC's mainline comics, and definitely Aquaman, because I always thought he'd be like a fish out of water. Just keep them coming. Dad jokes. I'm not even a dad. Anyways, I'm going to give Zach a point on Aquaman, because while he defended Aquaman, who Jason Momoa was, he also had to withstand a barrage of Joe making fun of him, calling him a closet geek or nerd, which, you know what, Joe, that's kind of rude. And I think it's okay to be interested in stories, preferably not DC mainline, Zach, but I'll let that one slide. And I'm going to give you a point. So that's going to bump Joe up to 12, and Zach now tied with 12. Good comeback story. Everyone loves an underdog story. Zach, see if you guys can keep it going. Give me some more things to look up. You guys have been pretty accurate and well-versed. It's almost like you guys are preparing for your shows now, cutting me out of a job here. So who knows? Fact-checking with Johnny might die off. Hopefully not. But I'll do my best to keep you guys entertained for the anywhere between 50 seconds to 8 minutes that I take, depending on how long the guys give me. All right. Bye.
All right, so that was Johnny. Thanks, Johnny.
Thanks, Johnny. Always.
Yeah, as always. And, right off the bat, I want to say I'm opening this up. You can talk for as long as you want. Matter of fact, this is we're going to change our artwork up. This is Jumbled with Johnny, and then me and Joe will just sort of
we'll comment every once in a while.
Yeah, we'll spot every now.
We'll do American fact checking.
Yeah, no, we'll do like rapid fire saying ridiculous shit that he can just use an hour or two to fact check.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
That sounds good.
No, in all seriousness, Johnny, take as long as you need. As long as the facts come out. That's all we don't want to
inhibit your artistic creativity. So just,
yeah,
do you.
You
got the reins.
You got it, man. So go ahead.
You're about to have the snows because it's Canada.
Oh, he did say that it was getting ready to snow there this week, which is really strange. But I mean, I guess it is September,
I mean, it's like 85 tomorrow. Is that what you said?
It was 88 today.
I can't even think of snow.
Yeah, I don't want to think of snow, but it'll be here before you know it.
Nope.
Johnny had mentioned Scientology. I don't recall speaking too much on Scientology. I think we were talking just about what the little goblins inside the body were called.
The goblins.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Whatever he said.
I think he said thetans, something like
whatever.
that.
Whatever. It's goblins.
And he asked if it was a religion. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure they consider it.
I saw a YouTube clip, and I think this is an old one from the Joe Rogan Experience. But he had like a pretty popular.
Is that where he dared people to eat weird stuff like cow tongue and?
Yep, Fear Factor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that was it. They rebranded it.
The Joe Rogan.
It was Fear Factor, but it's just Joe Rogan. So he has all his guests on, and he tells them like fucking lay in a bed with cockroaches and shit. That's all his podcast is. You didn't know that?
No.
Oh wow.
I don't listen to podcasts.
No.
I don't know how.
It's right. You don't.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, but there was I think it was the chick from King of Queens. I don't remember what her name is, but that actress.
Kevin, what's his name?
Kevin Smith. No, not Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith is from
James
like Mallrats and Kevin Hart.
Nope. But he recently was in the news because he cheated on his wife. But
oh man,
that's unfortunate.
I'm gonna stop you right there. That's my Kevin Hart.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah, thank you.
What you need to do. That's my Kevin Hart. That was like a Chris Rock. What you need to do.
It sounded like what's his name? With the long hair.
Steve Perry.
He says boo boo. Now listen here, boo boo.
Oh, Cat Williams.
Yeah, Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Kind of sound a little bit like Cat Williams.
Yeah. Raggedy son of a bitch. No, but it was the Kevin. Fuck, man, we have gone off the rails. Anyway, the chick in the King of Queens with him. She's a popular Scientologist. She got pretty far up into the
I mentioned
the
that.
system.
I mentioned that last time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
She was in Saved by the Bell, the summer edition.
Oh, that's her.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't know that was her. But anyway, she talked about just like getting to the point where they are like, all right, we're gonna tell you the secrets. And then they like told her that like each part of her body was like a spirit from like that like came out of a volcano at some point. And she's like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like she just like imagine just devoting yourself to a religion.
Yeah, and then they tell you that
just blindly devoting, and then you get to the point where they're gonna release all the secrets, and then it's just complete bullshit.
Like, hey, you got spirits in your body parts.
Your thumb is a different person.
Stand up and do a slow walk, just backing away from the table.
Yeah, it's like that.
I'll be right back, guys. Just gonna go to the bathroom, and I run out to my car, and I never come back.
It's like that GIF of Homer Simpson where he backs into the hedges.
Into the hedges. Yeah, that would be me.
Yeah, and then I come out with like dressed as like the Pope or something. You know,
wow.
I've switched religions. Like that's how quick it would happen.
You switched religions and you became the Pope?
No, yeah, simultaneously. Wow. I know it. Usually it's different, but
then we would have right now more popes living than we've I think ever had at once.
Yeah,
because there are two, which hasn't happened since like the 15th century.
How messed up is it that the one pope was like, "Deuces."
So you know what? I just want to chill here and not have to talk to all these people.
I don't want to see white smoke coming out of the tower. Yeah, okay, isn't that what it is? It's something like that. I think it's white smoke.
When they choose, well, he did see it. When they choose the Pope.
I thought it was. Oh, I thought there was like whenever he passed, there was also smoke or something.
Well, it's
like different colors.
There's like I think black smoke. Yeah, and that's when they're all in there, and then as soon as
they just call that smoke. So.
Yeah. Anyhow, we're not Catholic, so.
No, I have no idea what's going on. So, talk about Scientology. That's cool. Johnny mentioned yam fries. First of all, I don't think anybody in America says yams.
Nope.
Non-sarcastically.
Yeah. Hey, you want some yam? Hey, pass me the yams.
Pass me the yams. It's Thanksgiving.
Got any canned yams? Any candied yams?
Are you talking about potatoes, George?
You mean sweet potatoes?
Yeah. So that was a +1, right? For Johnny, isn't that what we're doing for Canadianisms?
Yeah, for Canadianisms.
Yeah. So yam fries. There you go. Joe, you see something?
Yeah, my cat is in my cabinet. The cat's in the cabinet.
You want to go take the cat's in the cradle and silver spoon? You want to take care of that?
Yeah, I got a little something on the throw.
All right. Didn't phase him a bit, dude.
Nah,
didn't phase. He's smelling it.
You talk. I'll be right.
All right. So Johnny mentioned yam fries. I don't think. Like I said, I've never said that non-sarcastically. So I'm giving you a point, Johnny. Congratulations. It's been a couple weeks since we gave you a Canadianism, so it's deserving. I'm not going to go as far as giving you like 2 points or anything like that because that'd be a little bit too much.
So this is what your mic is like.
Yeah. Oh, this is the one that doesn't whine. Burn. Here's some aloe vera. But yeah, so that's that. I'm claiming. I know Johnny didn't give me points, and I just need a moral.
He did.
No, not on this next point. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
He didn't give me points for this next thing, but it's more of a moral victory for me. I'm claiming victory on the Rotten Tomatoes thing, the scale of 1 to 10, because I did mention that in.
That was me.
No, it wasn't. I know we sound sort of similar, but it wasn't.
It was.
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 Was.
What?
What?
So yeah, I'm claiming victory on that one. Zach, not
me, Zach, you, Joe.
And I'm giving. You know what? I gave Johnny a point for yam fries for the Canadianism. Taking one back for the fish puns. You can't. You just can't. Like I was okay with letting the one fish pun slide, and then you got a little ballsy and threw 2 in there.
Yeah, and then you can't just like. You gotta let the crowd kind of feel the pun. You can't just like say the pun and then like give yourself credit for the pun. You can't
right away.
Yeah.
Really cocky.
Yeah.
Like
fish out of water.
Yeah. Like when is Chris Rock get up on stage and tell a joke and then he just laughs at it himself?
Yeah.
No,
dude.
No. So that's a -1 for the fish pun. So you're a net 0 right now, Johnny. Sorry. Net 0, that's an internet provider. You remember that?
Yeah.
Net 0.
Yeah, I still use Netscape.
Oh, do you use Netscape browser still?
Yeah.
They stopped support of that like in 2001, 2002.
I have like Netscape 2.1.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
On my
doesn't even work with standard internet today. Like
I'm on Windows 94.
Oh.
It takes 12 minutes for my computer to start up.
I don't think Windows 94 was a version. It was 95.
It was if you worked at Microsoft.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You were 7 years old.
Yep. I was a consultant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I tested out Math Blaster.
You were like Doogie Howser
new version. Mm-hmm.
You were the Doogie Howser of Microsoft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know how when you're playing Oregon Trail and you die of dysentery?
Yeah.
That was my idea.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. And you know how you can never win that game?
Mm-hmm.
That was my idea.
Oh, it's unbeatable.
Yeah.
Even like a robot.
Yeah, because your oxen die, or your wheel falls off, or you run out of bullets, or there's or everyone dies. Yeah.
Can you imagine, getting off topic, can you imagine having to deal with the Oregon Trail? Like being one of the first people on it?
Yeah, game, it was a difficult game. I mean...
Yeah. Coding it was probably pretty rough.
Yeah, it was.
But in real life, like if we had to take a trip back in history...
Yeah.
Not back to when you helped develop Oregon Trail, but like when you were
actually... You have to get so specific.
Yeah. Because you were going
to cut me off there.
Yeah, because you were going to take it. You were going to take it back to when you were 7 years old. Can you imagine just like, that had to be rough, dude.
It was.
Fuck off, dude. So yeah, the last thing I have. Do you want to chime in on anything from Johnny?
DC Comics they're awful.
They are awful.
Superman? Yeah. No, man. You can't do that.
No.
You can't just say that.
You just can't take a dig at Superman like that.
It's not his fault he's got all these superpowers.
He's a classic superhero.
Yeah.
And he's a superhero.
Yeah.
Like, not like, you have like Iron Man or Batman. Though I would say those guys are heroes.
Yeah, they're heroes, but they're not.
They don't have
superpowers.
they have powers that money has bought them.
Correct.
And maybe some martial arts skills.
Or what's the guy that has just like those wings?
Oh yeah,
like the mechanical wings.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's Mechanical Wingman is his name.
Mechanical Wingman.
Mr. Mechanical Wingman.
They really got just sort of lazy with the naming scheme.
Yeah.
They're like, what are we going to call this guy? Man, some guy in the back of the room sucking Cheetos, the cheese off his hand. Nah, Mechanical Wingman, I think.
How about Fast Running Guy? All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. I was going to go with Flash. Nah, fuck off.
Nah, dude. Fast Running Guy.
Is he? Flash is DC, I think.
Flash is indeed DC. He is a part of those DC people.
I actually like Flash. He's pretty cool.
The Justice League.
Yeah, being able to run so fast that you can time travel is pretty nuts. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's the thing.
Well, you got to run faster than the speed of light.
And he does.
Does he?
Yeah, he has. He's time traveled. Creates a little time portal.
Does he spin the Earth the other way like Superman does in Superman?
No,
3?
I don't know about that. I don't know that. Maybe. Maybe, I don't know, dude. Anyway, that's all I got for Johnny.
Thanks, Johnny.
Thanks, Johnny.
We don't ever feel like you got to be too long or too short. Or...
Yeah, but keep it to like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Goldilocks.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, don't feel like you need to constrain yourself, but like 5 minutes though,
Yeah, I mean, take as much time as you want. You can go as long or as little as you want. Yeah. Say as much as you want, but don't go over 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's it. We're not asking too much,
We're
right?
not putting you in a box.
We're not throwing
you
out,
down. Just don't go over 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're not like, it's whatever, dude. Just talk for however long, just but like 5 minutes.
Yeah, 300 seconds.
That's it.
That's all.
That's all we want, Yeah. It's not asking too much.
We can't really put a time frame on it, but just 5 minutes.
It's like, there's there might be like a lot that needs to be said. Maybe we talk for like an hour and a half or 2 hours, so there might be a lot to cover, but like 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
So,
yeah.
Anyway.
Speaking of talking for a long time.
Woo, buddy. Yeah.
Let's talk for a long time.
No, for real, it's 11:02, so I need to get home and edit this bitch.
Yep.
So hey.
Told you not to call me that.
Sorry, man. Hey, so everybody, we are on Stitcher. What? So if you are a fan of listening to podcasts on Stitcher, head over there. We have our link on SoundCloud. I've already put that up. It's a sort of convoluted long string of characters, so I can't really tell you it's Stitcher / Jumbled or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Can't do that.
Well, what you can say. Find us on whatever platform you listen.
Yeah, if you like listening on SoundCloud or Google Play Music or Stitcher
what we're on.
Player.fm, iTunes, of course. Mm-hmm. Speaking of iTunes, YouTube. Head over to iTunes. Give us a rating and a review. We'd appreciate it. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. Send us any questions, emails, whatever.
Comments, concerns,
anything.
Thoughts.
Things that you can't fit into an iTunes review.
Grocery list.
Yep. What you want us to pick up at the local
5 and dime.
Yep. Send it over to jumbledpodcast@gmail.com. Once again, thank you to our sponsor, Audible. Go over to audibletrial.com/jumbled. Get your free 30-day trial and a free audiobook. We're out of here.
From yours truly, listen to anything. I was pointing at you, so you thought I was like, hey man, get off the mic.
Yeah, no, I was backing away slowly.
You're like, But yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, hey, come back next week, guys. Make sure to check back next week for another episode of Jumbled, your favorite podcast.
About nothing.
Whole lot of nothing, man.